Alright, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala ashraf al-anbiya wal mursaleen, Nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, Rabbana zidna ilman ajma'in wa alimna al-kitab, ameen. Alright, so we did lesson 15, the dialogue, right? I think we finished it. Um, and did I give homework too? Which exercises did I give? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Okay, so we did those two exercises. So we will go over maybe both of them, inshallah. But are there any questions on the dialogue itself? Do you have? Was it pretty straightforward? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. So what I'll do is I'll write down some topics that we will go over in the review today. So we'll go over plurals. If you have any other topic that you want to go over that you want me to go over in the review, just raise your hand and I'll add it to the list. Um, okay. So I think 15 had only a few vocabulary words, right? If you go back to the nation, اختبار, okay. We said return is a verb, right? Raja'a. Baladun, right? The country. Shahrun. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, so we've done, to review so Shahrun is month, right? And what's week? It's in this dialogue. Usbu'un, right? We're on page 87. We're on lesson 15 dialogue. Did you find it, Brother Paul? It's like the 15. It looks like this. It's gonna say that on the page 87. Um, all right. Okay, so month is shahrun. Um, and then this lesson introduced usbu'un, which is week, and then weeks. There's a plural. There's a plural form which doesn't come yet. Yeah. I think. So what's day? Yawmun. Yawmun is day. What's the plural? It's in the Quran a lot. وَذَكِّرْهُمْ بِأَيَّامِ اللَّهِ. So it's ayyam. Ayyamun. And then year. How do you say year? It's like if you read the Sirah, like they'll mention like the year of sorrow or the year of the elephant, and they usually use amun. Amun. So am is here. It's am is not in this dialogue. So in this dialogue, you'll see usbu'an, which is week, and you'll see I think shahrun, which is month. Okay, so am is year, and then month is shahrun, and then week is usbu'an, and day is يوم. Right? يوم القيامة, يوم الحساب, يوم whatever. يوم البدر. Okay. اليوم, yeah. So yeah, and then the thing is, al-yawm is today. This day, al-yawm. Today. Yeah. And then the days of the week, I think they introduced them, or they showed them in a lesson, maybe 13. Like it said Yom Sabt, which was Saturday. Does anyone remember reading that? Yeah. So it had Yom Sabt, which is Saturday. Then there's Yom Al Ula, I think, which is Sunday. Yom Al Thaniya, Yom Al. We'll get there, inshallah. Okay. So Yom was, yeah. Let me write that. So Al Yom is today. Um, Yom Sabti. Yom Sabti is Saturday. So what's this grammatically? Yom Sabti. It's a mudaf ilayhi, right? So you have Yawmu as-Sabti. So the mudaf ilayhi is majroor. Um, so this is how you say the day of Saturday or the day of Sabt. Right? Yeah. So but if you use al-yawm with al in it, then that means today. Today. They had 7 days of the week. Yeah, they were just the days of the week, like Yom al-Ula, Yom al-Thani, Yom al-Thalatha, like there was Jum'ah, and then there was Yom al-Sabt, Yom al-Ula. And yeah, so their calendar was based on the weeks, and then you would you would have the lunar calendar based on for the months, and then you would have, yeah, for and the years. Yeah. It's the weekend, right? Yeah. Every day is work day. Yeah, no, it's a different concept. Okay. Um, in the Quran it says, Allah says, "Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum." Right? This day, today, I have perfected your religion, dinakum. All right. So let's do exercise number 2 on lesson 15 on the next page. So it says أنث المبتدأ في كل من الجمل الآتية. Make the أنث means make it feminine. Okay. So make the subject feminine, the mubtada feminine, in each of the following sentences. So the mithal is the example they give. أنتم طلاب, which means are you all students? Brother Afnan, say all the pronouns. Sing it. Mhm. Okay. Okay. So what's antum? You all. Male, right? Or male and female. So antum طلاب is are you all students? What's the singular of طلاب? طالب. طالب becomes plural طلاب. Okay. So now they're saying instead of talking to men, talk to women. So the example then becomes أنتن طالبات. أأنتن طالبات. So are you all students, female students? And what's the singular for طالبات? طالبة. Just طالب with a ta marbuta at the end, right? Yeah. Actually, and it's a good idea when you're reading these sentences to always think, okay, what's the singular form? That way you'll learn the singular and the plural. Okay? All right, number one, Brother Paul. Uh, no, number two. That's the next exercise. So it says Anith al-Mubtada. Yeah, so we just read the Mithal Antum Tullabun, right? So read number one. Mudarrisuna. So there should be a shadda on the ra. Mudarrisuna. So what's Antum Mudarrisuna? What's Antum? All right, say all the pronouns, making everyone say it. What's the first one? What's he? Huwa, and then. Okay, so that's third person, right? He, they. All right, what's she? Hiya, and then. So that's also third person, right? So these first two are third person. So he, they, and she, them, and them, right? Okay, so now what's the next one? Anta, antuma, antum, right? So this is you two, and then you three or more. So antum here is, you said it. No, not they. It's second person. It's you all. Yeah. So antum mudarrisuna would mean, are you all teachers? Okay, but finish this one. Finish the hand. Finish the pronouns. What's after antum? Anti means you female. So these two are third person. These two are second person. So anti, and then after that antuma, and then antunna. So that's you all feminine. Okay, what's first person? Myself, ana, and then we, nahnu. Okay, so remember, third person, second person, first person. Okay, so antum mudarrisuna means, are you all teachers? Now make it, are you all teachers, but talking to females. Assalamu alaikum. Antunna, did you say? Okay, but now you can't say mudarrisuna because the plural is different, right? All right, let's do a review on plural. All right, how do you say one male teacher? Mudarrisun, right? Mudarrisun. Okay, so that's one. That's male teacher, one. Okay. Now, what's female teacher? What? No. Female teacher. How do I make something feminine? Mudarrisatun, right? Mudarrisatun.
But you're not using stats or stat or stat.
Yeah, you can use stat. But they use mudarrisun. So this is male teacher, and this is female teacher. Okay. So there's the way you make them plural is separate. Okay. So mudarrisun, the way you're gonna make it plural is by adding what? Una, right? Una. So mudarri suna. So this is all the same, but I'm gonna add a una to it, and I'm gonna make it teachers. Mudarrisuna. The way I make something that's feminine in the plural, it's how? Atun, right? So I'm gonna say mudarri satun. Okay. So there's These are the different ways. For male, I'm going to add an una. For females, I'm going to add a atun. Okay? So finish that sentence. So instead of أنتم مدرسون, make it feminine. مدرسات. Stretch the scene. مدرسات. Right? So now you're talking to women, and you're saying, "Are you teachers?" Brother Afnan, next one. أنتم أطباء. What's that mean? Are you all doctors? What's one doctor? طبيب. Okay, now make it feminine. What's female doctor? طبيبات, right? So female doctors طبيبة, just like مدرسة, you add a ta مربوطة, and you make it plural by adding an atun. So طبيبات. أنتن طبيبات. Number 3, Brother Anwar. Are you reading English?
No.
Mm-hmm.
أخوات
إخوة
حميد.
حامد. What's that mean?
Are you the brother? Are you brother of Hamid?
Is it one brother or 2 or 3 or 4?
Two brothers. More.
2 or more than 2, right? إخوة means brothers. So are you the brothers of?
Are you the brothers of Hamid?
Okay, now you're going to try to say, are you the sisters of Hamid?
أنتن
Good.
أخوات
أخوات
أخوات Hamid.
حامد, right?
Hamid.
So إخوة is for brothers, and أخوات is for sisters. So Tyra, next one. Number 4, which means, are you all Muslims? Okay, make it feminine. أنتن مسلمات, right? Just like مدرسة, you make it مدرسات. مسلمات. Okay, Brother Ala. Number 5 on the next page. أعمام محمود. What does that mean?
Are you the uncles of Mahmoud?
Okay, أعمام is the plural of?
Paternal.
What is it? How do you say that in Arabic? Ammun, right? Ain, mim, ammun. So the plural is أعمام. And then what's the feminine of ammun? The aunt. Ammatun. So what's going to be the plural? Not antum. It's going to be what? All right, say it. All right, say it. Say all of them.
Oh man.
Start with the first one.
هو
Okay.
هما هما هم.
Okay.
هي هما هن.
Okay.
أنت أنتما أنتم.
Okay.
أنتي أنتما أنتنا.
Okay. What's antunna?
Antuna is the more than 2 females.
Yes. So here you're gonna say
Antuna.
antunna.
Antuna.
Okay.
Ammatun. Mahmud.
Not ammatun, just ammatu.
Ammatu.
Mahmudin. So are you the?
Are you the aunts of Mahmud?
Are you the aunt of Mahmud? Okay. Brother Paul, next one. You have a question?
Why is there not double dhamma on the end?
Why is it a'mamu and why is it ammatu? Because of? It's definite, right? Why is it definite?
Because it's the mudaf.
It's a mudaf ilayhi, right? So the mudaf ilayhi, the mudaf is always definite, right?
Is number 3 that aquatum, that one also same?
Yes. So it's ikhwatu and then akhawatu. And number 6 for Paul.
أنتم أبناء المدير.
What does that mean?
Are you the sons of
Mhm.
المدير,
What's al-mudiri? Principal, right? And what's abna'u the plural of? What's the singular form? Ibnun, right? And then what's the feminine? So that's son, what's daughter? Bintun. And what's the plural of that? Banatun. So make it feminine.
أنتن بنات
Banatul mudiri, right? Or you could say banatul mudirati if you want to make the mudir feminine too. You could, yeah. Brother Afnan, next one. Aba'u. Tullab. There's a shadda on the lam. Tullabu. Tullabi. Okay, what does that mean? Are you the fathers of the students?
But there's also a check on the top positions here.
Yeah, aba'u tullabi. All right, make it feminine. So what's the plural of ummun? Ummahatun, right? In the Quran it comes wa azwajuhu, no, wa azwajuhu ummahatul mu'minin, right? Or something like that. And the wives of the Prophet ﷺ are the mothers, ummahatul mu'minin, the mothers of the believers. So it's ummahatun. Antunna ummahatut talibatu. Excellent. Are you the mothers of the female students? Okay. Let's do the next one. حول الضمير في كل من الجمل الآتية كما هو موضح في المثال. So change the ضمير in each of the following sentences as it is placed in the example. So the example is, so ضمير means what? We've come across that. I think we wrote it before. ضمير is the pronoun, right? So it says change the pronoun in what follows. So the example is أين بيتكم يا إخوان? Where is your house, O brothers? And then you're going to change the ضمير to because now you're changing it to أخوات. It's going to be بيتكن, right? Your house, O sisters. Okay. Number 1, brother Anwar.
أين أخوكم يا إخوانا.
أين أخوكم يا إخوان? What does that mean?
That means where did you
What's أخوكم?
Akhu means brother.
Brother. So what's أخوكم?
Akhukum your brother.
Your brother. So what does أين أخوكم mean?
Ya Akhwan. Where did your brother sister?
What's أين أخوكم?
Aina Akhukum.
Okay, what's أين?
Where? Aina means I. What?
Where?
Where?
Okay, that's أين. And what's أخوكم?
Akhukum means brother.
Your brother. So where?
Where is your brother?
Where is your brother? يا إخوان.
Your brother.
Oh, brothers. إخوان is another plural of إخوة. Yeah. Or إخوان, yeah. Muslim brotherhood, yeah. إخوان. إخوان and إخوة are both plurals of أخ. So akhun, the plural, there's two plurals. Akha, ikhwanun and ikhwatun. Okay, so how do you make it now? Change it to feminine.
Aina ikhwakunna.
Akhukunna.
Akhukunna. Ya akhwati.
Akhawati. Ya akhawati. Okay.
What is
You're
the-
saying your brother, but you is referring to females. So I mean, you could, yeah. You don't change the. It says change the pronoun, so don't change the subject. What was your question?
well, what was you just said? Don't change the what?
He was asking, are you supposed to change akhun? But it says change the pronoun. Don't change the subject.
But you have to change the
Yeah, you have to
because if you're talking to sisters, how are you gonna say use feminine for brothers?
You're saying you're talking. If I'm talking to you and I say, "Where is your brother?" Right? I'm talking to you. Aina akhukum. But if I'm talking to sisters, I'm gonna say Aina akhukunna. So the brother is the same.
You have to say yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So he said ya akhawat.
okay. I thought you were saying don't change that for what?
No. He yeah. So I'm saying don't change the akhu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're gonna say Aina akhukunna ya akhawat.
Okay, I thought you were saying don't change the last one.
Yeah. Brother Osman, what's this? You're not prepared?
Yeah, I left my food at home.
No problem.
Same with you.
No.
Sister Tara, next one. Anything, yeah.
I got a notebook.
All right. Next one. Number 2. Madrasatukum. What does that mean? Where is your school? Madrasatun is just school. Yeah. So where is your school, oh brothers? Make it feminine. Akhawati, right? So all of these are gonna end with ya akhawati. Brother Ala. So all you have to do is just change the damir to kunna. Number 3.
متى اختباركم
متى اختباركم
متى
or متى اختباركم.
متى اختباركم يا إخوان.
What does that mean? What's متى?
When
What's اختبار?
اختبار
It's exam, امتحان.
When is your exam, oh brothers?
Okay, make it feminine.
متى اختباركما
كنا
كنا يا إخوتي يا
أخواتي.
أخوات.
أخوات. Alright, Brother Paul, next one, number 4.
And why? What about that verse? Why is it يا أخوات?
أخوات, it's gonna be أخواتو. Because it's definite, so anything that follows ya is definite. So you always put one dhamma. Okay? If you say ya Muhammad, you're not gonna say ya Muhammadun. You're gonna say no, actually, yeah, for that one it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's proper. But you say ya Rajul, ya Rajulu, it's one dhamma. So when you say something ya, you're referring to a specific person, so it's definite.
I understand, but I guess in the group, because it's
Ikhwan, yeah, it's ikhwanu. Yeah, number 4.
أحد عمكم يا إخوان.
Okay, what does that mean?
Is this your uncle or brothers?
Good. Make it feminine.
أحد عمكم
هذا عمكنا. Yep.
أحد عمكم يا
Instead of ikhwanun, you're gonna say. Look at the example, the mithal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Akhawatun.
Yeah. أخوات.
So put the harakas on akhawatun. On the alif, put a fatha. On the kha, put a fatha. On the waw, put a fatha. And on the ta, put a dhamma. Akhawatu.
أخوات.
Brother Afnan, next one. Hold on one second. What's your question?
Like أهذا. Why is it أهذي?
You're not changing ammu. Ammu is staying the same, but the person who you're addressing is changing. So ahada ammu kunna, is this your uncle?
Oh, okay.
Next one, brother Afnan. What does that mean? Okay, make it feminine. Perfect, brother Anwar.
في أي شهر أها
اختبار اختباركم
يا يا أهلنا
إخوان.
إخوان.
What does that mean?
And which month
Mm-hmm.
your examination?
Okay, now make it feminine.
This will be في أي اختبارهن
شهر اختباركن.
شهر اختبارهن.
Okay.
يا أخوانا.
يا أخوات. Okay.
يا أخواتنا.
Yep. What?
A question. أبيتكم قريب.
Mm-hmm.
When you change the bait to feminine, shouldn't the adjective?
You're not changing bait. You're just changing who you're addressing. Baytukunna means your house.
Yeah, yeah. So it's because that's the house.
It's not gonna change, right? If what was changed? You can't make the house female.
But if it was something feminine.
Yeah, like is the car, yeah. Alright, next exercise is pretty simple. It says just put anta, antum, anti, or antunna, right? So if you know all the pronouns, this shouldn't be a problem. So the first one is something muslimun. So what's gonna be put there? Why is there different answers? What's muslimun? One Muslim, male or female? Male, right? So you're gonna use anta. What if I was asking anti? Then what would I say instead of muslimun? Muslimatun, right? And what if I was saying antum? Then what would I say? Antum muslimuna. And what if I was saying antunna? Muslimatun, right? So that's how you look at who you're asking, or you look at the last question, the last word, then that's what you fit. Blank maridatun. What are you gonna put here? Anti, right? So are you sick? Anti maridatun. A blank tabibatun. Antunna. Antunna tabibatun. Are you doctors? A blank tujjarun. Antum, right? What's tujjarun the plural of? Tajirun. Tajirun is merchant, right? So plural is tujjar. A blank bintul mudarrisi. What's bintul mudarrisi? Daughter of the. So it's gonna be anti. Anti bintul mudarrisi. A blank akhawatu abbasin. What's akhawatu abbasin? Sisters of Abbas. So you're gonna use antunna. You're addressing all women. Antunna.
But I mean, you still could have. It's still technically antuma.
Antuma is for two people.
Why can that be two people?
There's so the construction for the dual is, we're gonna get to that. It's not akhawat.
So we
There's a different, if you want to say two sisters, you have to use a different word. There's a pattern to it. All right, a blank طلاب, أنتم, right? Are you all students? Let's see, I don't know if we can finish this lesson. Let's finish this lesson and then we'll, actually, really? Okay, so the next two are pretty much the same, right? So you just, you just put the pronoun at the end, right? So ka, kum, ki, kunna. And then let's do the last exercise, which is اقرأ واكتب, number 7. Number 1, go ahead, brother Ala.
ذهب أبي إلى القاهرة
قاهرتي
قهرتي قبل أسبوع.
قبل أسبوع.
أسبوع.
Okay, what does that mean?
My father went to Cairo last week.
My father went to Cairo last week. Okay, so Tahira, next one. Who are you talking? Who's the question addressed to? Muhammad, right? So Muhammad is a male, so you're gonna say kharaj. Kharajta. Kharajtu is I left. So kharajta. It's okay if you don't know the verbs. It's not a big deal. Okay, what does that mean? Mata kharajta? You leave from the classroom. Oh, Muhammad. Now Muhammad is addressing himself and he's going to say Kharajtu. Kharajtu بعد الدرس. What does that mean? I left after the lesson. Okay. Brother Uthman, next one.
ذهبت ذهبت إلى المسجد قبل الأذان.
What does that mean?
I went to the masjid before Adhan.
Excellent. What if instead of ذهبت you had said ذهبت? Could you have said that?
Say it again.
What if, can you say instead of ذهبت, could you say ذهبت?
ذهبت, yes.
You can, right? Because there's no haraka. It could mean ذهبت, ذهبت, ذهبتي. What would it mean if it was ذهبت? She went. She went to the masjid, right? But so in this case, when you're reading something, you're gonna know from the context what it means. So there's not gonna be haraka on the. There might be, but usually there's not. But it'll tell you. The context will tell you: is it she or you or I? Brother Anwar, next one.
متى ذهب أمك
عمك
إلى إلى
رياضي.
رائد رياضي يا أمينة.
What does that mean?
When you left.
So ذهب عمك means
ذهب عمك.
what's عمك?
Uncle. When your uncle.
Not uncle, your uncle.
Your uncle.
So when did your uncle?
When did your uncle left Riyadh?
Go to Riyadh.
Go to Riyadh.
Oh, Amina.
Oh,
Yeah, Amina. Okay, finish the sentence.
ذهب
قبل
قبل
شهر.
شهر.
Okay, what does that mean?
He left.
He went.
He went this month.
قبل. Not this month.
Last month.
Last month. How would you say he left this month? Anyone? هذا what? هذا الشهر, right? هذا الشهر. ذهب هذا الشهر. So he left this month. Okay, brother. Now next one. قبل الصلاة. Yeah. مطعمي. 5. What does that mean? What's قبل الصلاة? Before salat ذهبت إلى المطعم means مطعم is restaurant. Did you go to the restaurant before salat, or before the salat did you go to the restaurant? Okay, read it. The next one. لا. So you're answering, instead of ذهبت you're gonna say I went. ذهبت بعد الصلاة, which means I left after salah, or I went after salah. So if you don't know what's the difference, like how do you say ذهبت, ذهبت, how do you know? We'll go over verbs like I said, inshallah. Let's do al-kalimat al-jadida, and then you can read the rest of page 91, then we'll take a short break. Qabla, you're just changing the order. Before the salah. Yeah, so is for the question. Okay, next, another question. Alright, kalimat al-jadida on the next page. What's qabla? بعد. كيف. متى. الأسبوع, the week. الشهر, month. أذان, صلاة, easy. رجع, he returned. And اختبار, exam, or imtihan you can say too. Alright, let's take a break, we'll come back and do a review. So the homework is read the rest of this page, read the examples above the kalimat and below the kalimat. You can do that right now. Before and after, read the part above it and below it. He returned. Raja. Okay. Last an hour. Yeah, there's like superlatives in Arabic too. Right? So when you say Allahu Akbar, Akbar is from Kabir. Kabir means big, right? So Akbar means so there's a pattern in Arabic of af'al. So when you put when you put anything into that pattern, it means it's the highest. So if you say Akbar, it means um, like Qalil, not okay, how about Saghir, right? Saghir means small. Asghar means the smallest. So that kind of pattern you follow for superlative, for like the best or the biggest or the.
But does it also, I mean, because that does it also mean like
no, not سيارته. Like, what if I say,
أنا أكبر من
الكرسي, yeah, like شيطان said, أنا أكبر من, like, but if I, let's say, الكرسي أكبر من القلم. So I use أكبر من القلم. So the chair is bigger than the pen, right? So I'm just, it's comparing the two. But if I use akbar without min, without anything, then I'm saying it's the biggest. Right? When you say Allahu Akbar, you're saying Allah is the greatest. So there's nothing greater than Him. But if you use akbar with min, like in the Quran, it's still Shaitan says, Ana akbaru. Did he say akbaru min or no? Ana khayru min.
خير.
Khayru min.
I was
So,
using the wrong.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you say ana akbar minhu means I'm older than him. But if you say akbar without an min or without anything like that, then you say you're the biggest. Um, so the word for best actually is not on that pattern. It's strange. The word for best is actually khayr. So khayr means the best, like that ayah. Ana khayrun minhu. I am better than him. So if you just use khayr like that, then you're talking about the best.
What about when you say أنا أحسن
You can say ahsan too.
for
So
best?
hasan, yeah, if something is hasan, it's good, but if something is ahsan, it's better or the greatest. Was that it, or I thought you were asking about like.
I don't have like a specific example now, but I guess thinking in relation to some hadiths or something. I don't remember exactly what it was now, but it was just like something that kind of caught my mind a while ago. And
If you come across it, then mark it down, and then we can look at it in class. Because yeah, it comes a lot in the hadith too. Khair coming, yeah, like there's some hadith with khair or khiyar, right? The best of mankind or the best of whatever. So that khair comes in those hadith. Khairukum, khairu. What is it? The best of you who is best to their family, right?
or to the wives.
Yeah, yeah.
خيركم خير نسائكم.
But did you know the word khair before, or was that what you were thinking of?
I mean, I wasn't reading it in Arabic, so I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what the Arabic words that were being used. I
Okay.
think your mate is because he asked me the other day, and I talked to him and asked him more comfortable. But you seem like you were asking, do we have the whole like comparative thing of the like this means that this is the best drink I've had, or this is the best. Yeah. So like, could you also say like if I said this is the best drink I've ever had, for example,
Hmm.
would another drink in Arabic also be the best drink that I've ever had, or is it
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying the best I've had, then you're gonna use that af'al pattern, right? Or khair, this is a khair shurba, right? Or something like that. Um, or the sweetest, or the um, best tasting. So yeah, you're gonna use that same pattern, like you use with akbar, asghar, whatever. But and it doesn't mean like, oh, this is the you know I mean, obviously it's used in conversation, so you're not saying like declaring that there's no other better drink than this. Like literally that no one else can have a better drink than this. So you're talking about your personal, you know it's a personal kind of observation.
yeah, that book that I showed you that
Yeah, Lughatul Quran.
I think it's written by because
Really?
the opening was like, may Allah bless the Prophet and his family. It doesn't say anything about the Sahaba. It's like Ali, is great, and Ali is,
Oh, really?
and these are all the sayings of Ali, and it just says, Umar was a Khalifa,
Hmm.
and then he goes to talk about Ali.
Really? It's a book on like Quran.
It's Quran,
Yeah.
something like that. I was reading a book that I have it's actually a dictionary, these assignments here. Homework.
Sorry, what? You're done?
Homework.
MashaAllah.
gotta watch your sources sometimes.
All right, so we have like 2-3 minutes
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
We'll do a quick review, but like we said, I wrote down plurals. I was gonna review it, but we already reviewed plurals, right? So like we always start with, we said there's three categories of words, right? What's noun in Arabic? Ismun, right? So that's noun, and what's verb? Fi'lun. And then this particle is harf, right? So we've done a little bit of verbs. Now we're gonna go more into it, inshallah. I think this month we might be done with book one, inshallah. Hopefully, we'll have another celebration, inshallah. But we might, yeah, it might be like, but you have to take the test.
Oh, you have tests?
Yeah, you have to take the test before.
When she tells me with tests,
It was in the syllabus.
we're gonna have a syllabus.
No,
Can we pick one person to be with us?
buddy up test. All right, so we said there's any noun that ends with dhamma is gonna be marfu, right? And then if it ends with fatha, mansub, and if it ends with kasra, majroor, right? And the default every noun starts with is marfu. So how does it change to mansub?
It's an object.
If it's the object of a verb, right? Um, so what is one verb that we did? Uhibbu, right? So if you use uhibbu, then the object that follows it is going to be mansub, right? So we said uhibbu al-ilm. So I love knowledge. Ilm, ilma. So you're going to say ilma instead of ilmu. Okay? So when it's an object, the object of a verb becomes mansub. Okay? How do you get from marfu to majroor?
Anyways.
How many ways? Okay, give me one.
Mudaf, mudaf.
Mudaf ilayhi, right? So if I say, how do you say student of knowledge?
Talibul ilm.
Talibul ilmi, right? So I'm going to say talibul al-ilmi. Talibul ilmi. So in this case, the knowledge, the mudaf ilayhi is majroor, right? And then for mudaf ilayhi, we said there's one definite rule for each, right? What's the rule for mudaf? Can not have al, right? No al. And then what's the rule for mudaf ilayhi? More generally, it must be majroor, right? Because there's some words that are majroor but they don't have kasra. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Come back. Um, we're almost done, so. Okay, so that's mudaf ilayhi. What's another way you get majroor?
Harf jar.
Harf jar, right? What's some harf jar? Give me some.
Fawq.
Fi,
Ala.
fi, ala, ila. What else? Li, right? Then bi. Okay. So all of these, whatever. So when the harf jar is followed by an ism, that ism is majroor, right? Okay. Oh, well, let me go back to this. Talibul ilm, right? What's the difference? What if I wrote here? What if I wrote talibun jadidun? Okay. What's jadidun in this case?
New students.
New student, right? So what kind of construction is this? It's an adjective, right? So the adjective, where's the adjective? Jadidun, right? And it's describing talibun. So so we said how many things that have to be the same between the adjective and the noun? They both have to be either definite or indefinite. And then also they both have to have al or not have. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is majroor. So this is, I'm sorry, marfu and marfu. So that's case. The next one, gender, right? So this is male, this is also male. How do you say a new female student? One new female student.
طالبة.
طالبة.
طالبة جديدة.
جديدة, right? And then what's the last one?
Plural.
Singular.
Plural or singular, right?
Plurality.
Okay. How do you say new students?
طلاب جديد.
So the plural for jadidun,
جدد.
jududun. It's okay if you don't remember. Jududun. So tullabun, jududun. Okay? So all four of these things you're gonna see. But be careful that you're gonna see mudaf alayhi with the adjective too. So if I say talibul ilmi, uh, yeah. So how would I say new student of knowledge?
جديد.
Al jadi do, right? So I'm gonna say al jadi. So I'm gonna put a dhamma on that dal at the end. And the reason is that this also has a dhamma. So this adjective is describing this noun. So they both have dhammas. But why does this have al and this doesn't have al?
Because that's definite by position.
It's definite by position, right? Talibu is definite even though it doesn't have al. But it's so what? But whatever the noun comes, the adjective comes, it's gonna have al. Okay, and then this is also masculine. And this is masculine. Okay, so it was a quick review. But if you have any other things that you want to go over, we'll do a little bit of verbs. I think next. Well, maybe not next class, but we'll see. So come on Wednesday. If you didn't do the homework, it's just to read page 91. And then, inshallah, see you all on Monday. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.